Alright, good evening everyone. RaptorX here with RaptorX Games. Welcome. We're loading into the 4.9. There we go, latest 4.9 build. We're going to be hopefully engaging in some successful solo piracy today. So to do that, I'm going to make sure that I am loaded up on the ammunition that I need. And that I've got my Karna here. I am at Port Tressler, which is all the way across from where I actually need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to head... we've got 2 work orders finished there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 2 things. I want to pull up actually my my browser here. I'm going to take a look and see where I need to get the items that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up Urkel.games, which doesn't look like I have saved my quick access. We'll go ahead and pull this up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull up the Mantis because I don't have one of those yet. And these can be purchased, I believe, at... oh, you know what? We need to go to Ship Finder. There we go. Mantis, there we go. Available in one shop at New Deal. Alright, so I definitely need to go over to there. Then the other thing that I need to do is I'm going to go onto my calculator here. I'm going to pull this over so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Let's see here, display capture. There we go, perfect. All right, so this is my this is the new Urkel interface. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this one up for doing some solo piracy. So to do that, I want to go ahead and I'm going to expand all on these. I'm going to take a look. 462 burst. So I'm going to take a look and see what sort of alpha and what sort of speed is what I'm looking for. So I want to get ones that are pretty close to the sucker punch cannon. There we go, the distortion one. So these have a speed of around 1,000, which means that for me to get something that's right around there, I don't think, yeah, the singe cannons can't be purchased. So it looks like my best option for projectile speed of about the same that you can actually purchase. The FL33s are actually, they're the same right there. So 4.2 penetration. Actually, I probably want this FL33. Alpha, spread, power, EM, hit points. Yeah, I'm going to go with the FL33 cannon. So all I need to do then is I need to find some of these Sucker Punch XLs. And these are available at Miguel 2 and also down at New Babbage, Orison, and at Dumpers Depot in Yella. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look and see where her L3 is and whether that's a halfway decent jump, because I don't feel like popping down to New Babbage. Alright, so let's see here. This is Hurston, so that's her L4, which means that's her L3. So I'm going to pop over to there, and then I'm going to drop by her L5. Yep, and then I'm going to finish up over here at Hurston. So Or actually, I may go the other way and jump to Hurston first, and then go to here, and then over to there, and then we'll come back to the Pyro jump point. Alright, so let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab whatever ship I have here. I think I flew my Hornet over here. And I'm going to go ahead and... What did I have? Oh no, my Origin 85. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this one then. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this. I'm going to take this one over to Hurston. And we're going to go ahead and get the Mantis there. And then we'll go from there over to her L5 and grab the oh, come on. I think we're having another one of these things where it's going to be stuck on the pad. Anti-G resistance 40%. Yeah, it looks like it's stuck on the pad, and I've been having issues with these where like, yep, it's stuck halfway in the pad. So we're gonna have to store this first, and then we'll pull it back up again. And more than likely, it's gonna bug out. And yep, and I won't be able to retrieve it. Although, yep. I swear this system sometimes. I'm going to go into lobby. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm going to go ahead and we'll turn off the display capture here. There we go. As always, something's not right here. Oh, you know what? That's probably it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Now I can see the entirety of that, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up our chat window as well. I'll just put that one right there. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if we can call this up now, or if it's going to be completely bugged. Yep, completely bugged. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to show local ships, and I'm going to scrap that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to claim it. And I'm just going to go with the default because I haven't claimed that, and it's bugged again. Alright. We're going to hop servers. I think, because yeah, yep, it's still busted. Alright, so we're going to exit the menu and we're going to hop servers. I've got to remember I can't store from there because it breaks the retrieval system. We'll see if we can hop back into the same one or not, and we may just be able to jump back in. Come on. Alright, fine. Go ahead and pull up Discord as well. And we'll see what Marine's getting up to. you doing, boys? Not too bad, except for the stupid ship bug where you retrieve your ship, it's stuck in the pad, and then when you go ahead and store it, it breaks it, so you can't retrieve it again. Yeah, I've had it happen with my C1 and with my Origin or my 85X and with my Hornet. So, and my Arrow. Yeah, it seems to be all the way across the board. You in the verse or? Okay, I was gonna say I tried to join and then it wouldn't let me, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for 5% taxes, and now we're getting taxed at 10 to 15 to 20 to 30%. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the ASOT vehicle retrieval system.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
I don't know. I don't think I make enough that it would actually be useful to do that. So. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I can finally take off here.
Landing gear raised. Shield system inactive. Quantum drive activated.
Oof. Oh, if you guys are interested, Star Citizen is having a Foundation Festival Twitch drop. So if you watch it, yeah, 16th I think is. I'm not exactly sure when it kicks off. Let me see here. News. July 29th through August 12th. Yes. So it's not live quite yet, but when that kicks off, if you want to tune in, they're giving away an Atlas Foundation Festival skin. And then whoever subscribes to a streamer, you'll also receive a Benno lockbox replica. Hasn't been available since the 2022 Bar Citizen World Tour. Interesting.
Quantum fuel, 75%.
Goodness. Good old days when taxes were, well, good old days for me are back in like 2000 to 2012 when it I still don't make that much. Mm-hmm. Gee whiz.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Oh, nothing? Sure. Yeah, right. Goodness. Glad that's changed a bit. I'm gonna say I think I did the math the other day, and my effective is 12 out of my paycheck, not counting, you know, sales tax and all that kind of thing. So. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I've got, you know, 2 or 3 kids and my wife, so, and single earner, so that helps. Mm-hmm. 2,000 per child. Yeah. And I think it's gone up recently to what, 2,500? Maybe it is still 2,000. I'm not sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cute little paperweight, but yes. Not a tax credit anymore.
Shield system active.
Right.
Warning.
Probably better off getting an earned income tax credit.
Warning.
Although that too is a credit, I suppose. Mm-hmm. You ready? Mm-hmm. Goodness. Somebody left all their cans over here. So what are you up to, Sabo?
Just buying Helldivers.
Okay. Hey, they finally added more purchasing screens to New Deal.
Yeah, finally.
After how many years?
Crazy.
Alright, let's see here. We want Mantis. Leave me with a balance of 534,000. Alright, let's see here. And there she is. Alright, now I gotta find out where I can get a sucker punch. Cinemassive New Babish. Harrell 3. Alright, we'll go there.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised. Shields are off. Quantum drive is now up.
Alright. Alright, so we'll go get the sucker punch at her L3, so we'll get the Atlas first at her L5.
Quantum drive is now off.
Thank you so much. People offering $1 million taxi rides, or offering to pay $1 million for a taxi ride.
Shields are on. Shields are off. Shields are on. Landing complete.
Alright.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Excellent. Alright. So it seems like if you're going to store your ship, do it from the ASOP terminal, because doing it inside your hangar seems to bug it.
Yeah, there's a little ton of shit going on with that.
Yeah. Alright. opens are upstairs. All right. I keep hitting M to try and get out of my map when I'm in FPS. It's like, no, wait.
Oops.
Oh, never mind. Of course, because I'm just trying to get the Alice here. Whew, bleeding credits. All right.
Your vehicle has... Please visit us again.
All right. We need to get some water here shortly as well.
Specimen instruments. Enjoy. System check. Take off. Landing gear raised. Shields are off. Drive is now on.
Go ahead and turn on push to talk there so that Sabo doesn't have to listen to me rattle on. 22nd hotfix inner. Oh, server side. Okay. that was today. Alright, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm obviously just in the getting set up part at this point. But we're going to see about once we get the sucker punch here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to head to Pyro. I've heard that there is a bustling trade going on between Ashlands and Chola's Beach. And so I'm going to see if I can take advantage of that, see if I can find a cargo hauler who's attempting to, you know, transport some of those trade goods, and lock down like maybe an OM or something like that. And we'll see if we can manage to take the shields down and incapacitate a ship. And then we're going to board it, and we will knock out the player on board, and then we'll see about taking the ship. We'll probably, I don't know if I'll take the ship directly to you know, directly to the closest station, or if I'm going to give it a spot in null space, or, you know, just somewhere that you know, deep space where people can't find it. But we're going to see if we can then, you know, get back to it with a cargo ship or something. Because almost all the time, as soon as you know, knock out and take knock out a person, take their ship, they almost always death themselves and respawn, and then claim their ship. Boy, they're still trying to get a ride. Could have been over there at this point. All right. Let's do this from here, so that from here so it doesn't bug again. Store that. And there we go, good. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's get some water here, because I'm running low. That's not what I need. Where are ship weapons? Ship weapons, those are upstairs.
That's gonna be it for me tonight.
Alright, take care, Sabo.
Later.
Later. There we go. Alright. I'm go ahead and get a Sucker Punch XL. Whoo-wee! Those are expensive. Alright, and then... burrito bar. Excellent. Alright. Go ahead and grab a couple of Vestal waters here. And because we're a good citizen, we're going to go ahead and see if we can drop it in the trash. Maybe? Alright. Let's go with that. We'll go ahead and put the helmet on. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll outfit the Mantis here. Vehicle weapons. We're going to go ahead and we're going to slot that. There we go. Save changes. Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and ensure the loadout. Excellent. And we'll go ahead and grab that, because that's much cheaper than trying to repurchase everything, plus all the time. Alright, go ahead and go to the hangar. And we're going to head to Pyro.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Take off. Landing gear raised. Shields are off.
Coming from Crusader, alright.
Quantum drive
Alright, so we've got everything that we need. Looks like Pyro's a little hot this evening. Things are definitely hot in Pyro. This could be fun. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab some fuel here quickly. Which, if I remember correctly... There we go. Yes, they are.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. Alright. And we'll go ahead and... Perfect. Fill it on quantum fuel and hydrogen.
Quantum fuel.
Excellent.
100%.
Alright.
Takeoff complete. Shields on. Landing gear.
I'm going to go ahead and head into Pyro.
Shields on. Shields
We're heading up the wormhole here. And there we go. probably going to end up having to do some missions, or actually, no, I've got some not very good ores available at Obituary, so I may just take those and sell them. And that'll bring me up, I want to say almost 600,000. Should be almost a million again. We've got plenty of fuel. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna jump to Gaslight. 47. Oh goodness. Alright, no, we're gonna refuel first.
Shields are on. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Should have uninstalled the cooler as well. If I'm gonna have to do that every time I come out of quantum travel, that's gonna be a pain. Alright.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
1839. Alright, so we're gonna have to go to checkmate first then. I forget just how huge Pyro actually is when I'm not over here on a regular basis.
Shields are on. Drive is now on.
Alright, so we're gonna jump to checkmate. We'll refuel there, and then we're going to jump over to Gaslight. We're going to set our spawn point there, and then over an hour into this, or almost, yeah, by the time we get there and get set up, it'll be an hour into this. We're going to go ahead and we're gonna see if we can pirate some people around Ashlands. That'll be the interesting thing, of course, is that a lot of the doors have been reinforced, so we'll have to see if there's a good way to blast into those. I may have to see about getting a railgun or something, so that I can blast them open. Although I don't know, I might be able to hit them with the cannon here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get the sucker punches. Good, I set up on a separate one. Alright, and I think... yeah, no, should be good. We'll just pull in underneath here. All of a sudden FPS took a little bit of a hit. They still haven't optimized the Pyro stations apparently.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Alright. At least all the landing stuff's working properly so far.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Excellent. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to gas line. Come on, there we go. Suppose it would help if I not slam into things. There we go. Alright. Entered microtech jurisdiction. Not all the way out here, I didn't. There's obviously some programming errors in here. Is it 9:38? Fix is now available at 9:28. Client crashes, plan buy sell commodities. Minimap not displaying. Another docking request. 3 of the top server side crashes. Cargo services not responding to hails. requires a DGS plus client hotfix. Okay. Finding item subscription while inside an inventory. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead as well. Oh, you know what? I should probably do this. Let's go ahead and we'll go to options. And I'm going to go to key bindings. Go to joystick. I'm going to go vehicles. Where is vehicles? Weapons. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do weapon preset fire 4 up hat 1. No. Alright, so button 11. Alright, so that'll be my... That'll be that one. And we'll go ahead and we'll just set this over there to group 4. There we go, and that way I can trigger that to turn on the and that way I can turn on the turn on my dampener or my snare and charge that. I can't remember if I've got my prospector over here or not, but if the piracy doesn't work, we can always do some prospecting and see if we can get some extra Ceruleum and Rickeye, as I'm going to need those for some FR66 shields. All right. Where is my hanger? There we go.
Shields online. Landing gear deployed.
$55K mass, goodness. Show that here.
Got some stuff here.
Yeah, hey.
Quality medicines that you need at a price.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, okay. Ship for sale.
Alright. Let's go see. All right.
Landing gear rigged. Shields are on.
All right. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look and find Ashland. Come on. Wake up. So it is on Ignis.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's always cool how you get a little bit of an eclipse there when you're approaching Pyro 5 from Gaslight, because it's right in front of Pyro. You always get a total solar eclipse when you approach it.
Drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
All right. And we'll go see. See what's popping over here at Ashlands. Now, I'm expecting I'm probably going to get killed. Because I am by no means a top tier PvPer. But I want to see, if there's anything going around there, and if there is,
Quantum drive is now off.
potentially what I can do to... Whoop, hang on, what have we got there? We've got pack there. Just can maintain some high speed here because I want to I want to check and see, you know, kind of what's in the air first. I wonder if that's a key. That could be a Guardian key, honestly. Oh, a Wicklow War Special. Yep, that's probably a key. Yep, alright. So he's jumping towards us at this point. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump towards OM1, I think. Ooh, there's a shiv back there too.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, so if I'm at OM1 then, can I jump to... where am I going here? Chola's Beach. Goodness!
Weapons system down.
Whoa! What was that? Wow! They didn't even wait around. That was an instant. Alright, that's why we saved our... We'll go ahead and do this and see, but I'm sure I'm going to get hit and killed before that recharges the rest of the way. Yep, there we go. Alright. That's why we save our spawn. Alright, so let me think about this. Obviously they're playing 2v1 there, so we've got options. Either we can spawn in our Hornet and see if we can take them out one at a time, although they're just going to be able to respawn. Or we can see about doing some mining. Either way, we're going to be getting a rather slow night without multiple people. So, alright. You're right. You're right. I'm going to go ahead and call in the Hornet here, and I think we're just going to get some PvP practice until we run low on money.
What can I get?
problem.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Alright, let's see here. That's at Levski. We're going to go ahead and we'll claim the insured loadout. And we'll retrieve that.
Your vehicle has delayed visitors again.
Anvil Aerospace.
Alright, turn off a cooler. And we're going to put some extra power into that and extra power into that. And we're going to head back. We should be able to get a decent amount of combat practice here.
Shields offline. Landing gear raised. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Come on. Oh, Ashlands. Yeah, there we go.
Quantum drive is now on.
Okay, so the key is probably going to have more maneuverability, so I've got to be careful about that one. But the Shiv is going to have higher DPS. So I think I'm probably going to end up trying to take out the Shiv first, because it's not as maneuverable.
Quantum drive is now off. Shields online. Check fire. Check fire.
There he goes.
Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit.
Alright, where's the other boy? There he is.
Check fire. Bogey.
At some point, you're going to run out of those, mate. And I've got higher DPS. Gotta watch out for the arrow that just buzzed past. Goodbye. Alright, who else do we have? In case anyone was counting, that was a 3v1. And I believe I just trounced them.
Bogey.
I'm stoned. Yeah, we can tell. Probably not a good idea to leave one of these just floating around, so. There we go. Perfect. Alright, who else do we have? Let's come up here.
Shields offline. Shields online. Shields offline.
Alright, let's jump over to OM1 here and we'll just see if there's anyone still hanging out over there.
Shields online. Quantum drive is now off.
I'm gonna say, other than a little bit of Kana ammo, it's not really any any need to get those. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump back to Gaslight. Ease off the gas here for a sec.
Quantum drive is now on.
That's actually not bad. 3v1, I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna have to share that with boys. One to 3 mil per SCU, my goodness. I've been mining the wrong stuff. Or at least not selling it. That's one thing that I haven't checked recently was UEX Corp, just to see, you know, whether like you can go out and mine anything and sell it and basically get money that way. You know, sell it, player trading obviously. Or if it's
Shields online.
right, there are, I don't think there are any exterior pads here. Let me check. Hang on. Yes, there are. Perfect. Or one at least. Excellent. We'll go ahead and get a repair and refuel here.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Oh, that's that's hardly anything actually. Less than 1,000. Pretty happy with that. Uh-oh. Somebody just jumped in. Or something just blew up.
Landing gear raised.
Wolven Captain. What have we got here? Oh, he jumped. Goodness. People are a little antsy here.
Shields offline. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, go ahead and jump over here, Ignis. Let's see here. Derelict, Ashland.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
Weird. Ping here most. Make sure we don't.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
So we might be having some quantum travel issues. Oh, there we go.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, we'll do a little ping scan and see if we pick anyone up on the inbound. There's a Corsair here, it looks like. And a very busted up something or other there.
Shields online.
And a Drake. Corsair and a Mustang, it looks like. Alright. What is that? Oh, that's a little hover bike. Alright. And one of the Noxes, I think. Is that me? Yep, that's me. No idea what that was. Got another shiv down here. Lots of stuff parked around the outside, so I have to imagine that they're doing either FPS stuff, or else, yeah, there's definitely something down there firing some heavy ordnance, I think, because that Corsair looks quite damaged. So your dead M80 down there. Mustang. What do we got out here? A mole? Looks like a mole out here. Hang on. What do we got here? Another Corsair? Oh! Decided it'd be a good idea to fire on me.
Check fire.
Not so much, mate.
Shields hit.
You may be able to hit me temporarily, but I've got much more maneuverability. And I've got cannons. So this is going to be a losing fight for you. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm getting hit by something. There it is.
Check fire. Bogey. Shields offline.
Alright, we're going to take this out of here. And hopefully we can shake them off. Because that's more than I want to deal with at once.
Bogey.
Taking some decent hits there. And there's the Corsair. Alright. So we're going to see if we can kill the Shiv first. Come on, I know you're down there.
Bogey. Shields online. Shields hit. Weapon system destroyed. Shield down.
Alright, and now we're going to jump out. Because that Corsair is trying to take another bite of me. And I've lost a ballistic weapon there, so quantum drive's working. There we go.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive
Alright.
is now off.
Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at Vur. And we'll see if there are anywhere here that does repairs. It doesn't look like it. Alright, how about jump out to Pyro 4, there we go. And we'll see if we can grab a quick repair there. That
Quantum drive is now on.
weapon is probably going to cost me a decent amount to replace that. So,
Quantum drive is now
let's see here. Derelict, Fallow Fields. I want to say Fallow Fields has got repairs on it. Buy landing pad size 3. Let's see. I think we can repair there. Otherwise, we'll just have to hop around until we can.
quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
So we keep our ping scan going here so that we're not running foul of anyone sitting over here. I don't see anyone, so
Shields online.
alright. Bunch of scrap metal.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
I've only got hydrogen. Alright. Well, so we're gonna have to
Takeoff complete.
find another spot.
Landing. Shields offline.
The data centers are not gonna have anything. Sacred's Plot? No. Troller's Beach. Oh. The other hotspot. Goner's Deal. No, it looks like Troller's Beach is the only place that actually does repairs. Alright, well, we'll go there and we'll take our chances. More than likely we'll end up dead and back at
Quantum drive is now on.
back at Gaslight. Well, we'll have to claim our ship, but we shall see. When we get there.
Quantum drive is now off.
Imagine it's probably pretty hot here. It was last time, and there wasn't a big attraction reason for being here. So well, there's probably a Polaris or something over here. Carrick? What else have we got? Yep, a Polaris and a Carrick. And a very damaged something. we go. Should be able to land right in there and get some service.
Shields online. Landing gear deployed.
Of course, we're parking
Landing complete.
right under the nose.
Weapons online.
9.1 thousand. That's not terrible. I'll take that.
Complete.
So we've got a C1 down there. What else? Oh, okay. That makes sense. One of the new alien freighters. Very damaged.
Shields offline.
Alright, let's go back to Ashlands. This is fun.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now
Oh, we've got a Med Runner boy in here. Nice, good to see them. Got a Renegade 6, we've had a Renegade 4, I think, on here. Yeah, right.
quantum drive is now off. Okay.
There's the Shiv.
Shields online. Check fire. Shields hit.
Yeah, this is not going to go my way.
Shields offline.
Not with a wolf there.
Okay. Shields online. Weapon system destroyed.
Blast. Alright, we're going to have to kill something here then. Yeah, no. We're not going to make that. Alright.
Quantum drive.
Woo! That was close.
Quantum drive is now off.
back to Gaslight.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
This guy? Wraith? No. Alright, well, we had a good little run there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop in and get refueled and repaired here. And then
Shields online.
then I think we're gonna go ahead and go over to actually, we'll do two things. We'll go over to Obituary, and we'll pick up the stuff that I've got there. See here, landing 8.6 thousand. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll deliver the refined goods that I've got there. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll sell
Takeoff complete.
let's do this Obituary. Yep, we can make that just fine.
Landing gear raised. Shields offline.
People seem very skittish this evening.
Quantum drive is now on.
Definitely jump down situation. Let's see if I can actually see my screen. There we go. Could be a lot of fun there, actually. All right, let's see here. Check and see whether Knickknacks is working at all. It doesn't. Pyro Bloom. No, it is still not working. Vehicles. Nope. They really need to get their stuff working. I mean, it. Rat's Nest. Oh, there's next gateway. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll sell the stuff that we've got here at Obituary that's not good for anything as far as crafting. And then I'm either going to take this stuff that I have here back to
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
Alright. So how's everyone doing tonight? For those of you who are still watching. I've had more PvP practice, I think, in the past hour than I've had in a long while, so I quite liked the natural nature of it. Yeah. Alright. So we've made it there. Let's go ahead and we'll jump around.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
Time is it 10:40?
Quantum drive is now on. 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 Shields online. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Alright. Ooh, sub 24 frames in Arbitrary. There we go. Just had to load in properly. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and store that, and then I've got my prospector here. The spirit is at Gaslight. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go down to the refinery deck. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to deliver these to Obituary. Collect and collect. Excellent. And we've got both those in here. Alright, and let's go up to the entrance again. Alright, and let's see here. Actually, cargo deck might be where we need to go to sell these. No, I take that back. Let's go. We'll need to go up here to admin, I think. Listed ships. Abs. Alright, let's see here. There we go, admin. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll select Obituary here. And let's see here, we've got 2 of Laranite 510. We'll go ahead and we'll sell those. 15 and change. Okay, and then it looks like max inventory. Local market value. Bioplastic 8.6. Borays is at 27. Corundum 4.4. Hephaestonite 4.6. Let's see here. Fluorine. Rucium, Laranite. Medical supply. Neon 17,000. Oh, goodness. What about stims? Scrap steel stims 5,000. Okay. Titanium 8.3. How about gold? No gold. Lots of different ship ammunitions, countermeasures. Okay, so I don't see anywhere that we can sell this. Terranite 525. Probably going to keep this, but the 8 SCU of Rickite I'm probably going to sell. 671, 743, Stillaron 517. Yeah, I'm probably going to take actually all of this. And we're going to take this all to I'm going to take all of this. Hangar Republic. But you know what, let's go to the cargo deck here first. Cargo deck, here we go. Alright. Boy, global chat can be a laugh sometimes. Alright, sell. Cargo services. Cargo shop. I thought there was a commodities place. Perhaps not. Alright. Well, we shouldn't need any... Shouldn't need any of that. Talon and Starfighter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and claim this. It's insured, so we'll go ahead and we'll retrieve that one. Yeah, kill his C2. Reaper's Claw, there we go. Okay, so we're going to pull up over here and we're going to take a look. Actually, let's see here. I need to go over here. Means where do we find okay, so it's not there. Oh, hang on, maybe it's Pax Mortis? No? What about Grim Hex? RSI find. Nope, that's not it either. Solo leveling? Nope. I guess I'm not sure how to do that. Or maybe there's... Maybe they've just disabled that. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to pull this back over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're going to go to display capture. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look over at Space Industries, and we're going to go log in. There we go, and we're going to go to Community Spectrum. And we're going to do this. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So we're going to do this. We're going to go at... Reaper's Claw. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Guide system, star citizen, private groups. Can I start? Here we go. Nope, there's no way to do that either. Player search. Spectrum ID. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go. Let's see here. Reaper. Oops. Reaper's Claw. Description. No. Corporation. Regular. Community. Organizations. There we go. So we're going to find... Reaper's Claw. Well, there's a lot. Reaper's Gaming Solutions. Reaper Squadron, perhaps? Members. I'd imagine... nope. Okay, so let's see, actually, if there's a way... members 4. Okay, let's sort by... Reaper Space. Ooh, actually... That'd be interesting if I'd run into a... zero members. So he's either hiding it... Or potentially part of Liberty Reapers. Nope. Alright. Yeah, could very well be hiding it. Alright. No worries. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll grab the rest of our stuff here, and we're going to put it there we go. We'll go ahead and move those and bring them up. Reaper's Claw, org information. Okay, redacted from both. Okay. Enlisted in 19. Go ahead and I'm going to move the Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move this. We're going to put it a little closer. make sure that's all out good.
Launch complete.
And the PvP salt is flowing this evening. Alright. Let's go ahead and we're gonna head... let's see here. Where's the next gateway? Alright, we're gonna start heading towards here first. And then we'll jump to the next gateway.
Shields off. Landing gear up. Quantum travel engaged.
Hey, hey, hey! Hey, it's amazing. Welcome to the stream. I finally got my my read notifications working. Hello. So, oh, I don't need to go all the way there. So I've actually got reading aloud now when I get someone chat. That's very nice. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go to the next gateway. We've got plenty of fuel. Thanks, mate.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah, you've missed the PvP portion. How is the game now? It's relatively good. I suppose I should preface that by saying it depends on when you last left the game. If you left it longer than 2 years ago, it's great. If you left it, say 8 months ago, it's gone downhill since then as far as performance and stability goes. But they've made a couple of improvements as well that should start to bear fruit in the near future, hopefully. But right now it's there's some rough edges still. It's definitely not smooth. The biggest ones at this point, at least for this branch, are some cargo hauling missions not working. Elevators are having some issues again. Let's see here, what else? There are some issues with ship spawning and getting stuck into your hangar pads. If you go to jail, you'll lose whatever armor and weapons and all that kind of stuff that you have on you. There's a laundry list of different bugs. But if you've got a group of guys to play with, or guys and girls, whichever, and you don't mind doing, just some open world sandbox content, doing some mining or whatever, it's very much playable and still a decent amount of fun. So it's not something that's super fun yet to play solo. So I'm glad you're here because all of my org has yes. Yeah, so you can't own a space station yet, but you can play with friends. You can buy ships in game. You can fly in ships together. Like for instance, I've got another seat back there that I could have have a friend join me or whatever, and he could fly around in there. Or obviously, if you've got a bigger ship, there are multiple ships with 3, 4, 5, 10 positions. There's very much cargo hauling and being able to transport things. That's kind of broken down into cargo trading and cargo hauling. Trading being more like buy it with your own money and sell it where you can make money. And cargo hauling is doing it for a mission, so like someone will offer you a contract and say, we need 20 boxes of silicon hauled from location A to location B. This is a jump point, so we can go between multiple systems now. I'm going from the Pyro system to the Nix system, which is still being built out, but there is still a decent amount of gameplay that can be done here. Pyro is a lawless wasteland dotted with high-value materials. And then Stanton is the more higher populated, relatively safer system. And yeah, I mean, at this point we've got cargo hauling, we've got mining, we've got salvage, we've got ship combat, we've got FPS combat, we've got both PvP and PvE combat for both of those. What else? There's the cargo hauling and cargo trading. We've got some basic investigation missions. Multiplayer, obviously. I mean, we're up to 700 player shards or so. So you could have up to 700 players in a server instance, or an instance of the universe, what they call a shard. And then each server is kind of joined up and linked together with other ones. So I've just transitioned from the Pyro, one of the Pyro servers, over to the Nyx server, or one of the Nyx servers. And as I jump from Pyro Gateway over to Levski, I'll be transitioning from the server that's controlling this one to the server that's controlling the Levski location. And yeah, there's I think like 10 servers now that control the various different locations throughout the different systems. It's quite a massive game, actually. They often offer free flies, probably 3 or 4 times a year. So if you follow the channel at all, I generally stream, well, I stream Wednesdays and Saturdays, but when there's a free fly going on, I try and get in and highlight that as well, so that people who are interested in getting in and trying out the game can do that, because that's free of charge. You just create an account and you get in and you play for the week to 2 weeks that they offer the free fly, and then after that, if you wish to, you can purchase a game package and fly for the rest of the year. But yes, it's very playable if you don't mind bugs and rough edges. If you're still looking for a polished, bug-free experience, probably better off waiting a few years still. Although I'm hoping that changes early next year, because they are supposed to be releasing Squadron 42, which is the single-player game set in the same universe. And I'm hoping that they'll kind of get everything more or less polished up for when that releases, so that players that go, wow, this is really fun, I like this, can then transition from Squadron 42 and go to come to Star Citizen and really enjoy their time here, and it's not a jarring transition to go from one to the other. So we've got respawn. So if you lose a ship, you'll respawn at wherever you last set your respawn point. And you've got a couple of different options for getting your ship back. If you have saved your insurance loadout, you can claim that for a fee. You get your ship back instantly, with whatever weapons, components, all that kind of stuff that you had on board. The cargo doesn't come with it, so whatever you had there is left at whatever location that your ship blew up, if it survived the explosion, of course. Or if you don't have the money, or just don't care about the stuff, the components and all that kind of stuff that was on your ship, you can just claim a free loadout, and that's just the stock one. And that one's free, but there is a wait timer on those. So if you blow them up repeatedly, I think there's anywhere from like a 3 to hour long timer, depending on what ship size you have. And as far as your crew, if there's no AI crew, it's all players. So whenever you die, you just respawn at wherever you last saved your spawn location, and you'll wake up there with, at this point, all of your armor, weapons, and whatever you had like equipped onto your character, but nothing that was in the backpack or your inventory slots. And then you continue on your way. If obviously, you said if you were hauling cargo around, you can take a cargo ship back to where you blew up. There's generally a marker for that. And if any of the cargo survived, you can take that and you can put it back into your cargo ship, take it off to wherever you were, go sell it, or transport it, whatever. We've got crafting now as well. So the stuff that I've got in the back there in my cargo storage, I'm taking over here to Levski, because that's where I've got my crafting unit, my fabricator, and I'm kind of bringing all of my commodities together there, because I'm gonna be 25%. I'm gonna be crafting some new high-grade shields and some high-grade power plants in the future. So I'm trying to get all of my commodities in one spot so that I can do that quickly and easily. So I'll show you when we land here because I'm going to be unloading. I've got a tractor beam. Yeah, you can kind of see the little red bit sticking out there. That's my tractor rifle.
Complete.
And yeah, definitely. And we'll be able to unload that. There's another ship over there. A Drake Golem. Okay, it's a little minor. I'm not too worried about that one. And yeah, we'll get this unloaded. You can kind of see the cargo unloading portion of it at least. It's still a 6 degrees of freedom game, so you've got, you know, strafes upwards and downwards and forward and backward throttle, and then obviously you've got your pitch and roll. I'm just coming in at a manageable pace now because I don't want to smash into anything and lose all the valuable cargo that I've got in the back there. Coming up on communications range, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll contact the air traffic control. There we go, and they'll give me a hangar. And it looks like this one's going to be inside. That's weird, my heads up's not working properly. What have we got there? Another mole it looks like. I'm going to skirt around here so that I hopefully don't get run into. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and drop the landing gear, and that'll put my space brakes on, so to speak. And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate around so that we've got easy unloading here into my freight elevator. There we go, doors will close.
Launch complete. Landing complete.
Oh, that's weird. There we go. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's hope that that got stored instead of just disappearing. That'd be another one of the bugs. Sometimes when you land and the doors finish closing, your ship just goes wink and right into storage. Hopefully this will just respawn. You know, I'll be able to... There we go. Alright. So we've got our hangar floor goes down there, the doors will close over it, and the ship will spawn, you know, hidden, so you can't see it. And then the doors will open back up again, and we'll see those, you know, see the ship rise back up, and hopefully everything is still inside, otherwise I'm not going to be very happy. Yep, so there you go. There's some PvP action going on at at the Ashlands location. Alright, fingers crossed, toes, whatever else we need to cross. Hey, it's all there. Okay, excellent. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to unload this stuff. And put it over there. I'm actually going to move the ship. Make it a little easier to, a little faster and easier to unload. So we'll go ahead and park it right about there. There we go.
Landing complete.
That was launched a little hard. One of these days I'm going to get a raft. And those are a lot easier to load and unload and carry about 3 times as much as this one does. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and unload this side. And I'm going to send all of this down, oops, down into my local inventory here. And then that'll be accessible for my crafting purposes. And I don't have everything that I need here yet. I've got a decent amount of Fane Maline, which I believe I've actually left over there at Gaslight by accident. Let's make sure all this, there we go, properly locked onto the grid. There we go, perfect. Alright. We'll go ahead and we'll send this one down. Alright, and we'll go ahead and take a look at commodity cargo, and there you go. So everything's been transferred down here. I'm going to go ahead and just going to leave this here for right now. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to reposition this and we'll store it. Lots of raptors in chat tonight. There we go.
Complete.
And close that. There This mummy character's getting a little cranky. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the cargo terminal. And we'll see what we can sell here. We've got to go to customs to get there. Where am I going? Here we go. This one's going up. Oh no.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh, no, it seems to be working. Okay, good.
Station momentarily.
Alright, we've just got funny timers then.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Alright, so I'm going to go over here to the cargo terminal. Oh, that's storage access. There we go, commodity shop. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to select Levski and we'll see what we can sell here. Alright, so Terranite, that's 525. I'm going to keep that. We're going to go ahead and we'll sell that because I don't need the low quality. This is low quality as well, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll sell that. That'll be 543. There you go. I'm going to keep the 525, I think. I am going to go ahead and we'll sell the Stileron. There we go. And then let's see here. Stileron 517. Ooh, Baradom. We're going to go ahead and we're going to sell that. Manual delivery to freight elevator. Okay, so apparently we can't sell that way. Did I bring it back over here? I can't remember. Alright, and then yeah, obviously if you're doing trading, you've got you know, the ability to buy these things, so like a Grecium or barrel or, you know, whatever these different things are. And then you can take them and you can sell them at other locations, hopefully for a profit. But it's going to depend a little bit. So like barrel here you can pick up for 15,390 per SCU. And then you can take that at other places and you can sell it reportedly for more, although it does depend a little bit. And you can see my balance up there, so I'm up over $1 million now. So, okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go... Oh no, just missed that. So this one should be showing up momentarily, I think.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
We'll just go in here, we'll ride all the way to the bottom and then we'll just come back up.
The capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking
Alright,
passengers.
no. Alright, oh, hang on. This is the surface. Last. I've missed a stop somewhere.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Alright, there we go. Okay, so check and see. Oh goodness. Prospector doesn't say where it's at. We've got some wonky stuff going on with the oof. Alright, hopefully we can go back to our medium hangar here. There we go. And oof, we may. Ooh, there we go. Okay, good. So, ooh, I'm gonna try something here. So these weapons we're supposed to be able to remove, and I think we can put them into my fabricator and break them down for their components. So I'm going to go ahead and go fab and search. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. No, succeeding. Bricked. Okay, so let me see if I can still get into the cockpit or not. Because if I can... yes, I can. Okay, good. Alright, perfect. Shipport's unlocked. There we go. Alright, so we're going to take these and I'm going to put them over here. There we go. And then... there we go. Yeah, so they're bricked. I guess if you're new to the game, they're bricked because this is a ship that I claimed elsewhere, and so to prevent people from insurance scamming and duplicating lots of components, all of these weapons and the ship itself have now been bricked, and I can't fly it any longer. And of course I can't lift it either, so we're going to end up sending this one back down. And yeah, we'll store that, and then as soon as that's done, we're going to go ahead and we will... Good, we can bring this one up. What time is it? 1140. Alright. We're going to show local ships, and we're going to go ahead and as soon as that one happens, that one's bricked. We're going to go ahead and we'll scrap that one. There we go, perfect. And that'll remove it from my local inventory, because we're only allowed to have up to 25 of these at each location. Alright, we're going to go ahead and open this. And, okay, so I can't... Can't do that yet. Alright, so, actually, let's do this. Apparently I can't do it with it open. There we go, we'll go ahead and close that. There we go. Alright, so that one, just gonna put that out here. Oh, it's too close. Alright. There we go. And we'll go ahead and send all of those down. And those will get added to my local inventory. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll go to the recycling panel over here. And I want to go for vehicles. 337s. Sucker Punch XLs. 337. Okay, so these are all... okay. Yes, someone confirmed that. Alright, so for some reason it's not letting me do the bricked ones. Which, that's okay. Those are essentially worthless at this point then. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stick this over here, and actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to put it back. Because persistent hangers have had problems. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll send that back to the warehouse. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my miner, my prospector. So I'm just going to claim this one, and I'm going to claim my insured loadout so that I get to keep all the stuff that's on it. We're going to go ahead and insure that again, just to make sure that it's saved. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. There we go. And I've got a special paint on this one. Calculator, here we go. Let's do F7A Mark II and armament, Revenant Gatlings, C, ballistic cannon. Ah, okay. Where are those located? Mikil 2, Crew L5, Her L3, and Center Masses. Okay, well, I guess we won't be getting any of those anytime soon. So as you can see, I've got a little bed there that I can log out. The primary reason that I got this one. So that I can do my little mining missions. Or my little mining activities. And go ahead and pull this up. I'm just going to look at my contracts here because there's some battalion missions here. 2 aluminum and 1 iron. Okay. Oh, you know what? Minor mining job. 4 aluminum and 2 iron. Ship in distress. Drake Caterpillar. Okay, so those are those. Alright, I'm not going to do those right now, because those are actually... those have got a little bit of work to them. So I'm just going to go ahead and... we'll head out of here, kind of take a look quickly and just make sure that there aren't any ships coming boiling out of the tunnel there. There we go, perfect. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll head up. I've got Toby Eye Tracker, which it allows me to, you know, kind of look around inside my cockpit here. QB breaker stations. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set Levski to my left, Nick's Sun to my right, and I'm just going to go ahead and start scanning. And we'll see what we can find. Obviously this is an industrial ship, so it doesn't have a whole lot of great speed or much ability to slow down at any rapid rate either. Oh, that's a ship. $12, $8, $10. 8800. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way to make sure that I'm not going to be running into anything drifting this way. Turn on coupled mode so that I'm going to slow down. And what's this, 8600? And that one's 11.7. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and going to narrow up our scanning beam here. I'm going to take a look and see what we found. I've got some raw ice there. That's actually not a bad thing to crack. That one's Taurite. We're not going to bother with that. And more Taurite there. Alright. Where'd that one go? Ice. There we go.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Ooh, somebody's been out here already, it looks like. Did some fracturing. So I'm going to take a look as well and pull up on our third party site here. SCMDB resources. Actually, I don't think this will tell me. I'm going to go to UEX instead. So I'm going to go to uex.net. No, that's not it. UEX Corp. uxcorp.space. There we go. And I'm going to go for ice. No, I'm going to go for Q Revenant Rikai RMC. So we want pressurized ice. There we go. Alright, and this one sells for 5.5 thousand per SCU. So not great actually. I'm going to do a quick look and just see if there's any halfway decent quality. 659. It's not terrible actually. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to swap over to extraction mode. I'm just going to start vacuuming some of that up. Goodness. Turn the shields back on. Actually, I think I'm just going to vacuum all this because what I don't use, I can sell. And it's already cracked and free for the taking at this point. So there we go. There's small 659. It's not 750 or higher, but might be able to use it for something, maybe a low quality weapon or something like that, or just to get a basic shield. Well, that one's inert, never mind. Ice 322. Go ahead and grab that. Inert. Ice at 322. Inert there as well. What we got here? Also inert. I always prefer mining in space to mining on the ground, unless of course I'm having to put a gadget onto an asteroid, because that's a pain. Alright, there we go. Now there was another one. Where the other little chunks go? A golem, okay. There they are. Alright, 45. 5 SU, 561. And 561 as well there. I'm not going to bother with either of those. They're not worth enough money to really bother scanning. Shields off, and we'll go back into quantum travel here, quantum mode, nav mode, and we'll just start scanning. Head up into one of the more rock-rich asteroid portions over here. There we go, 17,200. $8,000, 6,000. That's just debris. 12,000, also debris. 17.2, I think that's pressurized ice as well. 7,002. Alright, SCMDB, we can go to resources, and we go scan signature identifier. Bexelite. Actually, that's worth a crack. Iron. There was a Bexelite somewhere over here. 2008. Where did it go? Nope. Mm-hmm. 2002. What's raw ice at? Ice. Nope, so it wouldn't have been that. Interesting. It's gone and disappeared on me. Bexelite. There it is. Alright. Impossible, 40,000 mass. Also impossible, 18,000 mass. I've tempted to try this one though. Anytime it tells me impossible, disinclined to believe it, depending on what exactly I'm looking at. Optimal. 43% resistance. See if we can get any movement out of it at all. That weird shimmer effect is kind of dizzying. SCU, yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to crack that one either. Wouldn't have been too much valuable, although the Bexelite itself is pretty decent. Alright, we'll go ahead and put the shields back off here and get back into nav mode. 17.2, that's just ice. $10.8. That's also Bexelite. Let's go see what we can get out of this. Impossible 11,000. Ooh, we might actually have a chance with this one. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Alright, ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring our mining laser into the optimal zone. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and we'll bring our laser power down a little bit. Excellent. Like taking candy from a baby. Whoop. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Go ahead and swap this over. And the Bexolite's valuable enough that I'm really just going to grab all of it. Because I want to say Bexolite's going for like 15,000 per SCU. And this one's supposed to have like 9 of them. Oh, no, 19, 18, 19, something like that. So, and there's some gold in there as well, which is pretty valuable. And my org's always looking for it because they like to turn it into ammunition for the low grade stuff. It's used in the Kana magazines. And also in the I think most of the energy ones, or the newer energy ones at least, have got it, but it's used with the parallax rifles as well. Alright, so now for this one's telling us easy. We're going to have to bring our mining laser power all the way down. Alright, we're going to go into our optimal range. Right there we go. And then I'm just going to gradually increase. Whoop, looks like we probably only wanted about 20 to ride it out. Go up to like 25 or so to increase. There we go, 26. And then we'll bring this down to about 21, 22. There we go. Just like that. Alright. We'll just go ahead and start vacuuming that up. Grab this little bit as well. There we go. And it looks like there's a little bit of one right there. There we go. Okay, so this... yeah, it's not there. Okay. Alright, and now... let's go ahead and we'll see... there they go. this one should be similarly possible. Put our laser power up to 100 there. Maybe not. I could have sworn the other one was a higher. No, doesn't look like we're going to be able to do this one. So, alright, well, it is after midnight here, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll take this one back to Levski. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we'll land here. We'll take this stuff down to the refinery. There we go. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and we'll take this. There we go. We'll go and store that. And go over to customs.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
This will take us up to the top and then it'll drop us all the way back down to the bottom. So
The capsule approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
alright. Put this into the refinement center here. And let's see here, we're going to select the prospector. Ooh, we do have one complete here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll refine the bexolite, the gold, the borace, the ice, and the other quality ice. I'm going to go with dink solventation. There we go, and we'll get a quote. That's how much we're actually going to be getting out of it, which kind of hard to see, but we're looking at 413 of the lower quality bexolite, 58 of the higher quality stuff, 10 of the the medium quality gold, 10 of the borace, and then 347 of the low quality ice and 226 of the higher quality. So I'm going to go ahead, that'll be 4 hours. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll just collect this. There we go. Excellent. And that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy a Sabir. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to buy a couple of those. There we go. And that way I can use those next time. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I will see you all in the next one. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet. And do stay tuned. We're going to be streaming for the Foundation Festival coming up on the 29th, I believe it starts. And so there's a couple of drops connected with that. So if you're a Star Citizen player, you can benefit from those. Let me take a look here. I think I can probably kick you guys over to someone else who's streaming at this point. Let's go to create a dashboard, stream manager, and let's see here. Bomb squad, see if there's anyone that I'm actually following that's playing. Dead Frag, hey, he's doing Piracy as well. Alright, let's do this. We'll send you over to Dead Frag. And here we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.